All right, so here we go on the daily. Let's go back and look at this. All right, so first of all, anytime you open up with an inside candle, which is the open here, you're going to end up getting a bullish run if we're in an uptrend. So obviously, we're in an uptrend, and that's going to make things easier to predict. So once we get this uptrend type of move, we end up having several pullbacks along the way. So when that happens, you got to buy. So the way we look at things, there's a buy algorithm and a sell algorithm. If it's a buy algorithm, it's going up. If it's a sell algorithm, it's going down. So let's look at the hourly. On the hourly, we're really bullish, getting to some resistance. All right, so right here is where you could start seeing some selling, which actually you already have based on this trend. And so when we're looking at a 5-minute chart, the first thing we want to do first off is we set our levels pre-market low. Once we determine if it's a buy algorithm or a sell algorithm, and I'll tell you more about that in my advanced courses. Once we determine a base, okay, then we go long. So now, once we got some support and some resistance, okay, some support now, we go long. Same thing. Going short, what happens? Once you determine that key levels have been broken, then you can go short. How to determine those key levels? Again, that's in some of my other content. But you see that you can get a nice move down once you break these key levels. Now, as for today, we're in calls, so we're looking at. Let me just go ahead and draw a trend line for you guys. You see a point that gets hit several times. That's where you can put a trend line. You see at this 484.70 level right here, it hits several times. But then also at this 483 level, it hits several times and bounces. Once we determine it can't go any lower or shouldn't go any lower, then we go calls. Once we determine it shouldn't go any higher, which means if this price action would have brought us down into the low 483s, then we could determine now it's time to go short. Okay, so right now we're having getting a pullback. Look at all this volume from 350K, 450K, 650K to a million shares almost. All right. Now, again, you got to be patient with these. Okay. You got to be patient. This is where we are at support and resistance wise. So we should continue along these lines. Let me get my drawing tool. Hopefully it works. We should continue along these lines of just channels and channels and channels until it finally should come up, and we should end up having a nice little push up that will take us to our target, which is somewhere around 490. I'm sorry. Which is somewhere around 490. So put my target right there. So zoom out, big picture. We're looking to break out of this channel. We're looking to break out of this channel between 486.96 and 486.29 and continue to rally higher. Okay. We've obviously got some interest, some buy interest. Okay. We may have hit a little resistance. Now, again, remember, sometimes to shake you out, the price action will go the opposite. Okay, let me get an arrow. Price action will go opposite of where the move is actually going, just to end up taking you right back where you're supposed to go. Okay, so don't get stopped out with these little moves and these little moves. Be sure you have a good reason to exit. Now, if you want to take profits, if you want to just simply scalp, then you could do that. But a lot of times, especially we have news, economic data, earnings, the stock should continue to rally in the same direction that it started in. So once it breaks down below a certain level, then you can take profits. But we want to stay in the move. We want to be along for the ride as long as we can. All right, like, share, subscribe, greenwoodstocktrading@gmail.com. Hit my Discord, hit my Twitter, Instagram, Snap, also TikTok, and see you on the flip side. God bless.